Ariel's golden nugget. Never marry for money. Just hang around rich people till you fall in love.
Arell, Holloway.
Although we all live and exist on Earth, we each have our own world within ourselves. Our inner world receives information from the outside world, which can influence how we think about things. Our inner world can also receive information from another place, which we sometimes confuse with coming from the outer world. Let's call this the deep down inside world. Why do we confuse information that comes from the outer world and the deep down inside world? We think everything must be coming from the outer world because, number one, they almost sound the same when we hear them, and two, and most importantly, we are not fully aware that this deep down inside world even exists. We know the outside world exists because our near frequent interaction with it and the constant overflow of information we receive from it often makes us numb to the vast quantity of it, causing us to tune out from time to time just to get a break from it all. So, isn't tuning out a problem? What if we are tuning out during a period where the outer world is giving us crucial information we must have?
Hello, and welcome to the Ideal Forever Partner Magnet Podcast, the show where we explore the infinite benefits of creating the relationship of a lifetime, attracting our ideal forever partner like a magnet, and living our best life as the highest and best version of ourselves.
I'm your host, Arell Holloway, results coach, fitness expert, former real estate investor, and founder of UTAIY, Unveiling the Angel in You, and also the World Impact Compound Movement. This podcast is for high achievers and romantics that never learned the art of love relationships. That was me. Anyone wanting to improve their relationship with receiving, having, and giving unconditional love. And couples who want to strengthen their existing relationship and take it to an even greater level. So, why the term Ideal Forever Partner or IFP? Why not call it spouse, soulmate, true love, match, our person, or even the one? Those terms don't efficiently define and match our avatar we designed to mirror our IFP. Here is why the name Ideal Forever Partner is the best match. Ideal describes perfect for us. Forever crystallizes that we are committed and all in. Partner indicates collaboration, not domination. The terms spouse, soulmate, true love, match, our person, or the one include, but don't fully define our goal, which is an epic, unconditionally warm and loving relationship of a lifetime. Humanity is experiencing a loneliness epidemic. The greatest change we make in ourselves in our lifetime is through committing with our IFP, Ideal Forever Partner. The biggest impact I can make in someone's life is teach you how to manifest your IFP or Ideal Forever Partner. So with this podcast, I'm dedicated to helping souls around the world wake up to who you really are and what you really want in life, helping you on your path of learning about unconditional love by creating significant, epic relationships that generate happy memories. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss the game-changing advice we're about to share on this awesome journey.
Ariel's golden nugget.
Never marry for money. Just hang around rich people till you fall in love.
Arell, Holloway.
Today's topic, the secret to success is focus. Everything else distracts. Quiet the noise. Instead, hear the value coming from the world. High achievers. Beware. Are you ignoring what matters most? Although we all live and exist on Earth, we each have our own world within ourselves. Our inner world receives information from the outside world, which can influence how we think about things. Our inner world can also receive information from another place, which we sometimes confuse with coming from the outer world. Let's call this the deep down inside world. Why do we confuse information that comes from the outer world and the deep down inside world? We think everything must be coming from the outer world because, number one, they almost sound the same when we hear them, and two, and most importantly, we are not fully aware that this deep down inside world even exists. We know the outside world exists because our near frequent interaction with it and the constant overflow of information we receive from it often makes us numb to the vast quantity of it, causing us to tune out from time to time just to get a break from it all. So, isn't tuning out a problem? What if we are tuning out during a period where the outer world is giving us crucial information we must have? Okay, let me explain something real quick here. Flashing back to when human beings just started out in this world, we lived in caves and bushes, and the amount of information we received was limited to animal sounds, nature sounds, and other human beings in our vicinity, working out everything in grunts and gestures before we even had a language to use. This kept us pretty busy surviving and not getting killed by animals, nature, or even another human. Warping back to the present, we are dealing with world news, national news, the internet, social media groups, thousands of online friends, actual family and friends, schools, governments, law enforcement, and so on. The amount of information we receive is much greater than we are capable of processing. Don't mistake what I'm saying about our brain capacity with inability. Our brains are super powerful, but what I am saying is that the amount of information we can be exposed to can be way greater than our brain can process in a way that is meaningful to our inner understanding. We get more information than we need, and it is distracting us from following our own goals and dreams because we are too busy sorting through this mass of information to find what is relevant and useful and usable to us. So, the problem isn't the amount of information, rather that we are simply trying to receive it all, and by the sheer volume, we don't even have time to process any of it, while the flow of information continues endlessly. So, what the heck do we do here? We have to ask ourselves a few hard questions, and while we do, let's forget for a moment that the massive amount of information we are currently receiving cannot even be processed by us, even if every word was gold. 1. Is all of this information we are receiving valuable? 2. Is this information truthful or is it deceptive? 3. What purpose am I receiving information for in the first place? Let's answer each question separately, starting with 2. Is this information truthful or is it deceptive? I would have to say that this information is about 10% truthful and 90% deceptive. Why would there be so much deceptive information coming from the outer world? There are many sources of this information, and each have their own agenda. As you can see, the fewest agendas include truth. For example, if someone wants to sell a vehicle, then they may claim that it is the best on the market. Now, they well have made themselves believe this, but compared side by side, it is simpler to determine which vehicles are the best and worst. Yet each auto salesperson says theirs is the best, which is deceptive to us. In this case, how should we handle receiving information about vehicles? Should we listen to each auto salesperson and try to detect which one is the most sincere by the sound of his or her voice? Waste of time, right? We may be able to hone our inner senses to super amazing heights, but this seems a waste of time when there are alternative, simpler solutions and a much better use of our time is spent elsewhere. For example, instead of listening to each auto salesperson, we can simply seek out the top 2 or 3 sources of information. There are about 14 major global corporations that control more than 60 automotive brands, not including smaller local companies in various countries. So we eliminated 14 marketing advertisers and replaced them with 2 or 3 single sources that specialize and risk their reputation on telling consumers which vehicles are actually superior. One more caveat here. We don't need this information unless we are either looking to purchase a new vehicle or simply want to be entertained by this information. Can you see the vast amount of information that is now being filtered out? Because it is on a need-to-know basis now, where we are the ones in charge of saying I do or don't need to know. Ultimately, we may want to filter the information from our outer world in this manner to keep our own sanity and keep from getting beat numb and eventually to death by the never-ending flood of information competing for our attention. I'm going to address the deep down inside world in my next article or video and call it Our Deep Down Inside World. What are we receiving from here? To cover what information are we getting from our deep down inside world. Can you think of another instance where you can reduce a large amount of noise and information from the outer world and convert that experience into only receiving relevant and truthful information into your inner world? Let me know in the comments what it was and how you did it. Do this for your own sanity. Chat soon.
Are you ready to be the ideal forever partner that will attract your high-level IFP like a magnet? Find out how ready you are if your IFP is standing in front of you right now. Take the IFP Magnet Scorecard quiz now and answer this quick 2-minute quiz, and we'll send you a personalized report, plus a complimentary PDF on how ready you are if your IFP is standing in front of you right now. Go to www.score.arell.vision. Score.arell.vision.
Thanks for sharing a part of your morning with me. I'm grateful that you did, and I hope that you are more self-aware and evolved since we started 30 or so minutes ago. If you can shift in this short of a time, imagine what you can accomplish in a whole day, 1 month, 1 year, etc. We used breathing techniques that enabled us to move through the realms of past, future, bring us back to, and keep us in the present. Within the breathing techniques, you also were able to affect your blood flow and pressure as well as your heartbeat, at your will. If you can affect your body's organ functions at your will, imagine what else you have the capability of doing with specific training. We are infinite beings with infinite possibilities. And that's the truth. Have a beautiful day and recall this experience throughout your day. And remember that you can influence your body's and your mind's functions and change how you feel. You also learn to move through past, future, and present realms at will. You can also influence and change how you feel at any given time or moment. These are a lot of abilities that don't even scratch the surface of our human abilities. All it takes is taking charge. To learn how to build wealth and a meaningful life, check out this next video P42 coming up here at the end.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, please rate, review, and subscribe to the Ideal Forever Partner Magnet podcast. Your support helps us reach more souls in search of their unconditional true love. Check us out everywhere podcasts. Remember, you have the power to create heaven on earth through unconditional love. This is your life, no one else's. Grasp the courage to strive for the highest and best version of you